our torchbearers, the standouts for the Vols.
My first torchbearer is Amari Thomas, and this is why I'm not blaming the tackles too much. He batted down 2 balls at the line of scrimmage. He actually did a lot of what he was supposed to do and what his role is. So even though people are going to hate on the defensive line, I'm actually giving Amari Thomas a torchbearer award.
Are you sure that's not a little Memphian love from fellow Memphis native?
Who would you rather me give it to?
I don't know, but I wouldn't give it to anybody that had their hand on the ground on defense.
He batted down 2 balls and he stopped the run. Georgia averaged less than 4 yards a carry.
I just don't.
You're the one who thought Amari Thomas could start on the 98 team. So, I've never said that.
Okay. I don't remember saying that. But anyway, who's our next torchbearer? Maybe I did. We say a lot on the program weekdays at 10 a.m.
Boo Carter is my next torchbearer. I thought Boo Carter actually played very, very, very well. And, there was the return, and he was actually very good on defense for most of the game. So Boo Carter is one of my torchbearers.
Yep. Got to block the punter. All right. Who's next?
He's not the one who missed the block, but
I know.
Next is Ricky Gibson. Played a heck of a game. Ricky Gibson honestly looked like an NFL cornerback tonight in this game.
Okay. I've got a surprise one coming down the pipe.
All right. My number one's so obvious because he's been the torchbearer all year. So can I just go to my number 1 and then do my number 2?
Yes.
I know that's a funny thing to say, but
you do your number 2 whenever you feel like it. When you gotta go. Torchbearer is
Kate Foster's not around, but okay. So my number 1 is Dylan Sampson. I think Dylan Sampson was the player of the game again, and I thought they went away from him way too early.
Okay.
But my number 2 torchbearer, Dave, is Miles Kitzelman, and Miles Kitzelman.
Your number 1.
No, Dylan Sampson played better than Miles Kitzelman, but I am high on Miles Kitzelman, and I'll say this: as much as I criticize the offensive play calling, I got to keep giving kudos to Josh Heupel for getting under center on the goal line plays. I thank God that's coming back, Dave, in football, because honestly, the most mind-boggling thing to me is that Josh Heupel is somehow ahead of the curve because he does something that was just conventional wisdom for the first 100 years of football's existence.
Okay, now I have a torchbearer, but it's kind of on a curve.
All right.
Given the way he's played earlier this year. It's John Campbell. Wasn't called for a penalty.
Yeah, he was. He had a holding.
Okay, then I take that back. I missed the hold. I know that Hurd had a very costly false start. I don't know.
Very costly.
I think both of those tackles have played through a lot of injuries, and a lot was asked of them this year, especially Hurd being a first-year starter. So I guess subconsciously I'm kind of rooting for them a little bit, but it's just like they cannot play a clean football game, can they?
No, they can't. By the way, but since you are accusing me
number 2 on the torchbearer that I picked.
Since you're accusing me of being some loyal Memphian, I'm just going to throw Max Gilbert on there as a torchbearer, as a 6th torchbearer, because he's also from Memphis. Do you think I defended Max Gilbert so heavily because he's from Memphis, Dave?
You know what Max Gilbert needs to do? He needs to grow a beard, because he would gain a lot more respect if he didn't look like he was 12 and a half years old when they showed the picture of him getting ready to kick.
But he's a young kicker, and also, Dave, it's hard because I feel like kickers have more baby faces than look like they have more of a baby face than they do because they're next to these warrior looking men, you know what I mean? That are gigantic.
By the way, speaking of, I was watching a documentary on facial hair, and the fact that you have a full beard means that your ancestors were warriors.
That's proven.
Did you know that? Yeah, that's pretty well. I don't know. Is evolution proven? All right.